Hi Enhle, how are you doing tonight?
How you doing, Iowa?
We're doing fabulous. I'm loving this shimmery outfit, nice and springy.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, I thought, what are we going to think when we think spring? I thought it's bold colors, it's flowers, and I thought, how can I just take the road less traveled?
And you're a woman who does that a lot.
I love to do that. I love to think outside of the box. I think fashion is not something that can be boxed, and people just need to be a little less afraid to break those boundaries.
And tonight you're doing something special with Carlton Hair, a brand that isn't really associated with black women.
Right.
Tell us a little bit.
So you're right, Carlton Hair is not in any way associated with ethnic hair, right? But I love the fact that they're so consistent. If you go to Cape Town, you find a Carlton Hair. If you go to Mpumalanga, you find a Carlton. You come to Johannesburg, you find a Carlton. Now, I don't know how you guys feel with having events outside of Johannesburg, but I often find myself having to find a hairstylist, a makeup artist, and all of that stuff. And Carlton has encompassed that consistency that if I do want to go do my hair, I know they can now do black hair. How amazing is that? It's 2025, and they are the first to have a multiracial hair salon in 2025. Does that even make sense?
And that obviously speaks to the heritage of black women hair, how it's often been excluded from places, women have had to tone it down.
Exactly. You're absolutely right. I love that you bring that point up. You know, when you think Carlton Hair, you do think exclusion. You know, ethnic people walk past it unless they have a different textured hair that, you know, they feel a white person couldn't deal with, right? But here we are in 2025 with Carlton Hair saying, guys, walk into a Carlton Hair. We are able to do 4C, 5C, 1C, 29.8C. They're able to work with all that type of hair. And, you know, my hair under this hair, like I said,
I got you, girl, there.
It's so healthy. They've just put so much protein into their hair. They found out what's wrong with my hair. My hair is just generally very dry. And they've treated it to a point where I feel like it's back to normal. I love the fact that they take their time to analyze your hair, figure out what the problem is, and not just slap a relaxer on, you know what I mean? You treat your hair and then we can start relaxing it. And if you want to do a protected hairstyle, they do it. They braid hair.
What? Come on. You know, growing up, we know as black people, we have a salon or like something that's just not the full-on experience that we deserve. And more of our salons are moving into the direction of giving black women in the salons.
It's okay.
So as a black woman, how does it feel to have more and more salons evolving to give black women premium experiences?
You know, the funny thing is, when I was growing up, my grandmother had a hair salon called Malibone Hair Salon, alongside a hair salon that was really popular called Alex Hair Salon. And those were the two hair salons you would find anywhere in the country that were black owned and that would do everything according to regulation, right? And for some reason, regulation has just slipped a bit, and everyone can be a hairstylist. And it's so unfortunate, because this is why black women don't have hairlines anymore. This is why black women constantly cut their hair, because their hair isn't rich, and whatever the case is, Carlton Hair is bringing that back. It's bringing back the formalities of doing things right. You have to study to be a hairstylist. You need to understand what 4C, treating 4C hair and treating straight hair and Asian hair and Indian hair, whatever the case may be. I'm going to speak for the black girlies, but it's so important for me that when I walk into a place, I know my hairline is safe. I know my hair is safe. I know the person looking after my hair has studied for this and is qualified to give me advice on how to better my hair journey. Because we black girlies, you know, the journey it's a tough one. It's a tough one. And this makes it so much easier for us. They do a hair analysis. It's beautiful.
How's SC Apparel doing?
SC Apparel is doing great. Wonderful stuff are about to happen, but it's about Carlton Hair today. So
try to suss up some tea.
You know what I mean? I see. But you'll definitely be there when the great stuff is happening.
Okay. We're looking forward to seeing more of this partnership growing.
Yeah.